Today, the guides want to talk about how our world speaks to us and how we speak back to it. It's a combination of creation and how creation can be very, very tricky. And we're talking about creation as it appears in our own personal experience. Like today, my body wanted to create a pain pattern that shifted back and forth, back and forth. And until I understood what emotions and what fears and what junk was going on, that pain pattern wanted to continue. Now, sometimes what we receive and what we comprehend are very different. And so the main thing that the guides want to convey is that it is extremely difficult to apply meaning to every sensation and experience that you have in life, because we only have just the tiniest amount of information, just the smallest little tiny bit. It's as if we are looking at through the wrong end of a telescope and thinking that's the entire world. And so our body speaks to us through pain. Our mind creates experiences or applies information to experiences, and we try to sort that out and create meaning. And then action. You see, we're trying to create an action. And so they wanted to talk about, in this particular time of inaction, because many of us are required to stay at home, that our bodies may be creating much more information than we're able to understand. There might be a lot more shoulds and have-tos and musts, and our bodies might be resisting. Or maybe we're eating a lot more. We're trying to create some sort of change. Or we're feeling a lot more and we're trying not to feel. Those are the things, because our lives have been upset. Now, anybody who is feeling, like, here's an example. A lot of emotions, because you're stuck with people in your house. Like, you could have emotions of frustration or anger, and then you're going to pull it away and not allow yourself to have that. Then it's got to go somewhere. And so it may go into your intestines, and you might have an upset tummy, or it might go into your neck and back, or it may go into one of these other places. That's what the guides want to address today. And so our first question for ourselves is, what are we hiding from ourselves in the way of experiences? What truths, what messages? And it is a truth. It's a message that says, hey, you, I want you to see this. I want you to address this. And yeah, you don't like it. Just think of it that your body or your mind or your world is saying, yeah, you gotta eat your vegetables, little child. The life isn't just dessert. Vegetables are good for you. So that's the question I want you to ask. So when you get quiet and when you watch this, I'd like you to get very, very peaceful and very, very quiet. And let's take a moment and breathe in. And notice our tight places. Mine is right across. I've got a shield on my chest. But notice your tight places. The guides say those are your message places. Those are the places you're getting poked. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? So notice those. And don't try to ascribe meaning. Just notice them. Just observe them. We're not ascribing meaning to this thing. We're just going, that's a place that I never really noticed. It's been there so long, I haven't really noticed. Or maybe it's something that's been yelling at you and screaming at you, and you've been trying to avoid it, just like a child yanking and going, mommy, 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 and you're ignoring it. So let's stop and pay attention and look directly at it just for a moment, not with judgment, not as you shouldn't do that. It's simply, That place right there feels sore. And that means it's speaking to me. It's asking me to notice it. It's asking me to pay attention to something that I don't want to pay attention to. And we don't have to see it or know it, and it's certainly not going to speak to us in words. But all you're going to do next is go peaceful and go very quiet. And notice that you have this tight place. Mine is, like I said, a breastplate right over my heart. And you're going to say, I see you to this place. I do see you. I honor you. I am thankful that you are there. You're there for a big, good reason. And that reason is I put you there. I just don't remember why. So thank you for your service. Thank you so much. And I want you to send so much love into that place, so much light into that place without judgment, unconditional acceptance to that place. And then leave it alone. Don't expect anything of it. It doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to stay. It doesn't have to speak to you. It doesn't have to do anything. You're just accepting it exactly the way it is. You're being very neutral. They said neutrality is the most important part when it comes to healing self.